Thank you so much.
I really enjoying what you're saying. Yes.
Thank you. We really appreciate you. Where are you calling from?
Hot Springs, Arkansas.
All right. Hot Springs, Arkansas.
And for you New Yorkers, Carol is a former Bronx girl who moved to the Rockaways. So she's really one of us.
Yes. And Mark is incredibly intelligent, smart, and for those people who don't know, handsome as can be.
Okay, Mark, you got
Thank
some
you.
fans. I see
Thank
in the
you.
crowd.
Thank you. I'm getting a swelled head. My bald head is spreading.
No, I am going to tell everyone to listen, and I encourage everyone who is listening to stay tuned and tell their friends to call in, because we don't want you to go off the air.
Well, you see, between you and my sister, I mean, Tina is literally our biggest fan. My sister Lisa called up quite a few weeks ago, but Tina, I know, can only listen on Friday. She's an early to bed person, but she did post on Facebook and remind people, and I thanked her once again. And she has become an avid listener, as many people out there are. Now we can add Arkansas to our list. Before I said from...
Right, now you got 2 states.
it's Arkansas, New York. We have some Florida listeners.
Florida, good. California, I heard you say.
California. So we are spreading. This is
Right.
a grassroots movement. This is the coffee party movement.
That's right. Everything starts, and you just got to give it time.
That's right. That's right. Everybody starts small. As I said before, we are drinking coffee at 10 at night, as Felix said, and Hoda and Kathy Lee Gifford are drinking champagne at 10 in the morning. Well, that's not the people we want to reach. We want to reach the coffee drinkers.
And
That's
the other
right.
thing I want to tell you, if you cannot listen to our show live, it's also available via pod. You just go on to Spreaker anytime and just listen to our shows, listen to our past shows.
Well, right before the Sly show, I was listening to your older shows too on my iPad. So if people want to
Right.
hear what you've been doing, they can.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you very much. This is a great call.
Okay, well, I'll be calling again because I love Mark.
And I love you, Carol. Thank you.
And you're not too bad, Felix, yourself, but you know,
And
my
Carol.
heart
Tell-
belongs to Mark.
Tell Shorty not to be jealous.
Okay. You
All
guys
right.
behave, and you're doing a great job.
Thank you so much, Carol. Hope to hear
All right.
from you again.
Thank you. Good
Okay,
night.
no problem.
Good night.
Bye. Uh-huh.
We did it again, Felix.
I told you so. Give the power to the people. And they have the power. And it just so happens they like to give the power after 9:30.
I just got a message on my phone, and it's from my friend Ira, who I grew up with in Rockaway, who also knows Carol, and he said, "How about Ira from Farmingdale?" And that's very true. Ira too is a Brooklyn person who relocated when his family moved to the Rockaways. We're all Rockaway people at heart, and Ira is in Farmingdale. And I'll give a shout out to him. We were supposed to get together today, but obviously life happened and intervened, and I wasn't able to join Ira and George. But I'm glad to hear that Ira is a listener.
Let's give Ira a phone number.
Okay, I think he knows it, but it's 516-665-1860. So, Ira, if you're still listening, we still have some time. Give us a call. We'd love to hear from you.
Or anybody else.
Or anyone else, for that matter.
It doesn't have to be Mark's relatives or friends. It could be one of our anonymous listeners. As I said, about 10 to 15% of our listeners listen to our show live, and the balance listen to the pod. Well, I don't have that many relatives, and neither does Mark. So there's got to be some other people that are listening that are not part of.
But I really do have to tell you to give shout-outs to my cousins. My cousin Steve and Stan. I told you about Stan last week, or Monday. He said what better thing to do on a miserable afternoon in North Carolina but to listen to his cousins talking about the show when Lisa had called up, and myself. And my cousin Steve listened, and he was actually very appreciative of the fact that I explained to him what happened to our last Friday's broadcast that he tried to get, and he said, as untechnical as he is, just like me, he thought he did something wrong because he couldn't reach our show, but he did listen to Monday's show and he enjoyed it immensely. So I think we're getting a following here, Felix.
Well, also, I want to remind people we also have some listeners in Israel.
Your cousin Nathan?
My cousin Nathan and some my other couple of cousins. And again, the anonymous listeners, we don't know who you are yet, but we will find out who you are.
Now remember, this is a grass movements party.
Grass movements.
What did I say? Grass movements?
Yeah.
Okay.
Grass movement.
I was thinking of grassroots. It was a great group from the 60s. What could I tell you? But our coffee party, okay, remember, when you have your cup of coffee in the morning, your coffee break during the day and in the evening, we want you to think of us. Of course, there are better things to think about. But think about this show. Try to call up. Remember that only you could make a change in what happens in your local and national government.
And I just want to tell you that one other thing which I forgot. The next presidential election is 2016? This is a 14th.
That's correct. No,
2016. By that time,
I expect presidential.
Presidential, yeah. By that time, I expect to get a grassroots coffee party candidate, or at least a mention of the coffee party, because this is what's going to happen. We are just going to keep pressing this.
Felix, this could lead to an invitation to the Democratic, maybe even the Republican National Convention.
Again, I do not side with any party.
Maybe we could get a press pass and be out there interviewing people, just like Chris Matthews does on MSNBC.
Well, being a member of the clergy, I already have a press pass, which is a given.
I thought that was to iron shirts. I didn't know that. Press pass. When you press a shirt or a pair of trousers.
What are you talking about?
To iron. Yeah, exactly.
Pressing pants?
Yes,
right?
yes.
Okay.
Folks, you could tell it's starting to get to us.
No. It is true though. I do have a press pass. I also have a parking pass, and I have a pass to go to the bathroom, and they're all worth absolutely nothing. It's like everything else, no matter what you have, unless you use it, it means nothing.
That's true, and you have a vote. Okay, your vote means something. Remember that. I can't stress this enough. You have a vote. Make your vote count. And as Felix said, I'm not telling you to vote Democratic. I'm not telling you to vote Republican. It's just if you have it in your heart that you want to make a difference, vote. It's your God-given right. People died for you to be able to vote.
Listen to the candidates. Listen to what they say. Don't just say, I'm a Republican, I'm voting down the line of Republicans. Same thing for Democrats. Don't vote down the line. Know your candidates. Study them. See what points are important to them. Wait, we've got another call. Hold on a second, please. We're going to answer right now.
You're on the air.
Hey, Mark.
Ira.
Yes. It is I.
Well, good. I just sent you a text telling you I gave you a shout-out.
I know.
Well, I thank you for calling.
I enjoyed your shout-out. I enjoyed the show.
Well, that's terrific. That's terrific, and that means a lot to us because Felix and I really do enjoy doing this. And the fact that more and more people are calling up means a great deal to us.
Well, we're all Felix's friends.
Well, you're right. Where are my friends?
Yes, yes.
I don't ask anybody to call unless they actually want to.
No, I have to give Felix's friends a shout out because for the first few times, most of the calls that came in, in fact, all of them were all people that Felix knows, and they really kept us going and kept the discussion going. And it's only recently that I've had people that I know call up because I always send you guys reminders, and it does my heart good to know that people are out there listening, enjoying the show. You like what we have to say. Even if you don't like what we have to say, call up and tell us.
Yeah. Exactly. I agree totally.
See, as Mark said, I've had people call every week, and I'll tell you something else. They use anonymous names to make it sound like they're real callers, but whatever reason, they kept us going, and I basically told them not to call. I'm not asking them to call as much because I want to see if some real callers and some of Mark's family and friends call in. Let them get a chance to get a word in. And as I said before, we have about 10 to 50% of our audience is actually listening to us live. The balance listen to the pods. So there's quite a few people who are listening to us live, but they're not calling in. I don't know why.
Well, I enjoy you guys. I mean, it sounds really good. I may become a regular listener.
Well, we would appreciate it.
I think that's great, Ira. And for those people who know me, when you mentioned Felix about, we like to hear ourselves talk. For those of you who know me, know that that's a big thing with me. I cut people off all the time. I love to listen to myself talk, and I hear Ira laughing because he knows it's true, and I know it's true.
And for those who don't know you, well, they know you know.
That's very true. Very true.
And what I have to do I'm going to say something. At 29 minutes after 9, Mark said, "Let's cut the show," and I said, "No, Mark, we got to."
I will never do that again. I will never do that again.
That's 2 nights in a row. Last week you did the same thing, and we got 2 calls.
Monday we got 2 calls back to back. In fact, we had to cut somebody short because of that.
Really?
And then Spreaker cut us short by just saying, "That's it, folks," and no more power.
We're only allowed 45 minutes.
I know. I just wanted to say one other thing. Mark, you missed another great lunch today.
I did? I'm sorry. I am sorry. I was thinking about you guys, and I said, gee, but I did send George an email, and sounds like a good idea for next month. Whatever you guys want to do.
Oh, okay, all right. Anyway,
and we'll talk about it.
I'm gonna take off, and guys, keep up the good work.
Thank you, Ira.
Thank you for
listening. And say hi to Linda.
Oh, I will.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Take care, guys.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
All right, I must say, people. What did I want to say? I know Ira for. Let me see. We just turned 65. I know Ira for 53 years. Okay, that's a long time. And what we do is we have a cadre of friends, a small cadre. Counting myself, it's 4 people. Carol joined us back in August, but we get together once a month and we have lunch and catch a movie and just shoot the breeze and catch up with what's going on with us. So it's what can I tell you? These are things that mean a lot to me. The radio show, old friends, new friends, okay, and just people that I meet on the air with Felix.
Yeah, again, we really enjoy doing this. We enjoy people calling. We love having our family and friends call, but we'd also love to make some new friends and maybe hear from part of our family that we didn't know existed. Or maybe you'll become part of our family.
Or they'll disown us.
Or part of the coffee party family. Power to the people. Nope.
Okay.
Cannot play it anymore because we'll lose our...
And We don't have enough time because we're counting down here. Just enough time to say thank you for tuning in on a Friday